Today we're taking a look at a disgusting Harima build. Now, is this the world's strongest Harima build? I don't know. I don't know of any stronger, but I also can't guarantee this is the strongest because there are some room for improvements in the stats. But let me know, how is your Harima built if you have one? And let's take a look. So she is in Stone Skin plus Savage, so not taking any damage that first turn. Hopefully they don't strip her. But we have 63,000 HP. We'll call it 8,500 defense, 385% crit damage. We have some accuracy as well, a little bit of resistance sprinkled on top. As far as the actual stats in these pieces, we have a weapon here. We have the helmet, could use some more defense. Actually, this is a pretty good helmet, to be honest. We have a shield with actually pretty good rolls. We could have some defense percentage there. That would be better. So there's one spot stats could be improved. The pair of gloves could have more defense percentage there, more speed. So some improvement to happen here as well. This chest plate though, it doesn't got too much room for improvement. Defense percentage with more defense percentage with quad roll speed, almost max quad roll speed. And then a pair of the boots. We have defense percentage. So remember that 301 speed you saw, that's in defense percent boots. Extra 12 speed. We have some crit rate, crit damage. We could use, of course, actually no, it's a pretty good stats overall. HP percentage, things like that would help with her overall survivability, but this is looking good. Of course, we do have some glyphs that could be brought a little bit higher. Defense ring with some defense percentage substats. We have a necklace with HP substats. It's hard to get good stone skin pieces, so these are pretty solid. And then the banner, which is probably one of the worst pieces, the pieces with the most potential improvement. We could have these moved up into defense or speed, and that would be spectacular. But for now, this is what we're rocking. Now, not only that, we're also having a plus 15 cat's gaze with extra defense. Whenever we receive crits, we have a chance to reset a skill's cooldown if this kills an enemy, if a skill kills an enemy. And then when using multi-hits, her A2 ability, each consecutive hit after the first that the wearer makes will ignore 5% of the target's defense. So now let's take a look at her abilities real quick. In case you don't know how her kit works, her A1 ability has a chance of placing decreased attack. I don't really care too much about that for the testing I'm going to showcase today, but it is really good for things like Hydra and general progression. But her A1 actually hits pretty hard. Of course, everything's fully booked. Her A2 ability is a triple hitter skill, which is going to decrease the target's defense by 5% each hit, and it's going to, each hit, increase her defense by 5% up to 100%. So the defense you saw a second ago, the 8,500, that can be doubled to what, 17,000 if of course she does this the whole fight, which for Arena, for some comparison, if you wanted, or for an idea, if you want her to scale up all the way, it's going to be what, 9%, or sorry, 15% every time she uses this A2 ability. So 100 divided by 15, you're looking at 6 times of using this A2 skill. The fight's going to be long gone before she gets back around to that, but she could do really good damage in things like Chimera, things like Hydra, where she is going to be in those long fights. And then if she kills somebody, she's going to be activating the A3 ability, but not putting it on cooldown. The A3, AoE attack, places provoke for 1 turn, can't be blocked or resisted if the target champions from Demon Spawn. Now, all that's really cool, but the biggest thing about Harima's kit is most likely this passive. This is what people really just hate. Enemy ignored defense effects are decreased by 50%. Champions from Demon Spawn cannot inflict critical hits on this champion. This champion cannot land weak hits on champions from the Demon Spawn faction. So, she is very strong, of course, against Demon Spawn. However, Carnage is actually pretty strong against her. He has good affinity. He can't land crits, but as soon as he lands a debuff, well, she can't do anything from her passive and it gets negated. So I will be trying to stay away from any Carnages today. And of course, her masteries are set up like this. Could they be adjusted a little bit? Possibly, but I've been really liking these. I actually like this quite a bit as well, which you do have to be careful because if this activates and you don't have champions to strip the stone skin before Harima goes, it could mess up your turn orders quite a bit. So be very careful with this because it could throw you off. But if you have champions going faster, then this could be a really good setup. Either way, let's jump into some content and see how hard this Harima is going to hit. Of course, we're going to take her to Doom Tower because Now we'll do a match in Dragon Stage 10 hard. I'll go ahead and waste a little bit of resources. Let's drop out my free-to-play farming team there. We're going to throw in a Lydia. And then we'll go Harima. And then we're going to go Siphi. Now, if you've been around for my live arena content, ever saw me pushing with Harima before, you'll know that I'm not typically very excited for her damage, because without an increased defense champion, she doesn't do a significant amount. But that's just like saying an increased attack champion doesn't do a crazy amount of damage without increased attack. And typically that is true. But with this new build, I actually have become quite a big fan of using Siphi with Harima. I adjusted my Siphi's build a little bit as well, so you may see them popping up a bit more frequently. But let's see what her A2 ability does. We have increased defense. They have decreased defense plus weaken. We have an A2 ability going off. Dang. Wow. So she did like 200,000 plus per hit from the A1 ability, and that swiped at an extra 200,000. Wiped everything, nothing standing. Of course, these are crazy stats. We have Cat's Gaze as well, which is making her ignore even more defense. Let's see what her A1 does by itself. No decreased defense, no weaken, just pure A1 damage. As the fight goes on longer, she's going to scale higher and higher. No increased defense there. 118,000 damage. No increased defense, no decreased defense or weaken. Just pure Harima damage, basically. Let's see what this A3 does. We have 6 hits scaling from this A2 ability. And we have decreased defense, weaken, and increased defense. For the A3, what are we going to do? 400,000 across the board. Placing that provoke. That ability is activated from the A2 as well as the A3. 500,000 from an A1. Her A1 actually was surprising me quite a bit. I didn't realize it did as much as it does, but 100,000 per hit there. Maybe I'm not actually wasting resources. Maybe we were just going to run Dragon. Maybe we're just going to finish a run in Dragon, no problem. 145,000 there. Let's see. Boom. Dang. Harima, 757,000 from that A1 skill. Bringing in Mikage. Now all of a sudden Mikage's throwing Harima into a fight every single time with her A1 skill. Harima's A1 is actually doing a lot more than I had originally expected. I guess I didn't look at the multipliers. Let me pull that up real quick and see, because I knew they were good, but I didn't realize they were that good. But her multipliers for her A1 skill, 3.3. Her A3 skills are 3.9. But for some reason, her A1 looks like it's hitting harder. 1 million there. I'm not sure why. I mean, yeah, her A1s seem like it's hitting harder. Maybe it's proc and Helm Smasher. Either way, she's putting out some serious damage. 10 million damage. She just did Dragon Stage 20, no problem. Harima, here's her multipliers. 3.3 on the A1 ability. Debasement. Yeah, it's in debasement. The Dragon's hope of winning, yeah, it's in debasement. All right, so enough jokes. That's not so stupid. Purgative Punishment, and then Celestial Awe. We have 3.9 there, 1.6, and 3.3. Very good multipliers for a champion who also brings some pretty good support stuff. Are we going to hit the quad roll speed? Of course we're not. There's no reason to take this up. I don't need this trash. I don't need it. Send it to the basement. Let's go into the arena real quick and see what's happening over here. I tried to push up a little bit higher. Didn't get extremely high, but we got high enough to find... Actually, let's go to a team with no UDK. All right, well, there's no team. Let's just hit a team like this. What we're going to do here is, of course, not use no decreased defense or weaken. We're going to use some teams that are a decent example of what could happen. We're going to go ahead and do the increased speed and everything from Siphi. You'll be seeing plenty of live arena fights later on. They are definitely very interesting. She actually is surpassing my not that I didn't know Harima was amazing. I just am not a huge fan of Siphi. And I'll talk about it in the live arena portion, but there's so many ways to counter her with Queen of Hearts, with, Volcanos, with Nell, with Supersonic, with Temporal Chains. Siphi's just not in as good a spot as she used to be. So I'm not a huge fan of using her. But man, when you put that increased defense on Harima in the arena, she becomes just a destroyer of teams. She was doing some crazy damage. And I really want to find an enemy nice to do this to. Here we go. Wait, it's a team. It's a clanmate. This is going to be a good team to test it against. I like this. A clanmate of mine having a very strong defense. We have Galathier, Marichka, Sulfurion, and I have a hope and a dream. Let's go ahead and sheep the Galathier. Just kidding. Plenty of resistance from him. Don't strip me, please. Okay, stripped me. That's unfortunate. But what is his nice going to do? We'll try 60k from her A1 ability. Once again, putting out some big numbers there. Armon's not for sure why I thought he could do anything here. Boom. Okay. We sheeped him. Now, is sheep the best blessing for Harima? Not necessarily. Because of all the wand of submissions right there. Actually, no, it's polymorph. It does make it a bit risky. But the reason why I have sheep on her is for situations like that. And I just kind of want to get away from using Lightning Cage for literally every single champion. So I just want to mix it up a little bit. That's where she's at. Let's go for another A1 there. I really need some A2s, A3s, A something else coming off in just a minute. Nope, just kidding. All right, so 14, 13. If she had more HP, she'd be fine. Maybe we try this again against a... Yeah, because we got that sheep from Siffy. Unfortunate. Let's try this again against Nixia's team. And this time try to sheep a champion who doesn't have infinite resistance, Galathier. Good build to him. All right, let's sheep the Marichka. Dang, she has plenty of resist as well. What am I thinking? Of course she has plenty of resistance, but we're not going to get stripped this time. Nope, Harima stays solid. We're going to strip their stone skin. Could I just kill this? We have increased defense. Could this nice just disappear? Just get rid of him? I hate this champion. Dang, she does it. 90k, multiple hits, wipes out the team. 70k first hit, 90k the next two. And guess what the best part is? After this, she's only hitting harder. She's not going to be getting any weaker. Only going to be hitting harder for the next hits. Big hits on that Marichka. Unfortunately, her turn is really ending up at the most inopportune time. Can we sleep the nice? Yes, I have to sleep the nice or get slept something. There we go. We got a stun on him. Maybe polymorph. I don't know. Boom. Okay, no poly. All right. We're moving along a little bit. Let's sheep the nice. Just kidding. The wand is of submission. Let's get Harima back in the action here. Protect the team, Harima. Couldn't really see too much of what she actually did there. And Nixia's team beats me again. But you did get to see what Harima did there as far as damage. Her damage was crazy. Now, how much they'll do to me if I didn't have this champion, who knows? But either way, let's move on to a different nice and a bit more manageable team. Let's refresh this once or twice. Nice typically isn't too hard to find. Let's just pick a random team, I guess. Oh, here we go. An enemy Harima in the wild. Let's see how this plays out. Determinator Steel. Not do... Okay, that's fine. Not really what I expected there. We'll go ahead and hit the... okay. Hit the Rotos. Boom. She does counter Rotos very well. Didn't kill him. What's going on? We didn't have increased defense. Nice team right here. Nice plus Marichka, Taras, and Gizmak. It's going to be a strong team. Very tough team. Like strong, supportive champions, though the Nice has no stone skin, which may be a pretty big problem for him. Not for my Armons. He's not surviving very long, though. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. 200,000 plus damage. Crazy insanity. So much damage, the bird doesn't even know what to do. He's just still standing there. He's back to life now, but the game's like, wait. We programmed this champion to never die, and he's dead. What's going on here? This is unbelievable. Now check this out. The Gizmak, yeah, it's not going to be much of a smack at all. Just give it a second. Whenever he does his form swap, he ain't going to kill nobody. Go ahead, Harima, show us what your passive does. Boom. Where's it? Well, to be fair, it was weak hits on 2 of the champions, but she's also almost killing herself, so you got to be careful there. Siffy killed her. GG, Siffy. GG's. Either way, though, the hits on Siffy weren't anything too crazy. They're both weak hits over there. Oh, my goodness. Let's get this up. The good old unkillable. Just lasts forever. Get her back up. The damage, it's just hard to get it there whenever Harima's just shutting it down so hard. Let's see what his player power was. Okay, yeah, so his champions are built well, too. Let's do this one. Born to Win. See how true it is. Taras, Marichka, very heavy on the damage side of things. A Pinpoint Siegfried, very interesting. A Wand of Submission, Embreeze? No, yeah, a Wand of Submission Embreeze. Very interesting as well. Take some of that stone skin off of him. And then we will just drop the Embreeze. Whoa, 121,000 damage. It's like he's wearing the Death Dealer or whatever. Boosting my damage against him. That was some big hits that she did. Now Siegfried, there we go. Taras doing a hit. Not doing that much. Not killing Harima, at least. Okay, now obviously I'm not going to try to hit the Taras or else he'll just revive everybody. So let's give it a little bit of time. Wake the Siegfried up. Let's give him a chance. Okay, no chance, I guess. Boom. And then, oh, okay, 104,000 damage. That's pretty good, actually. He would have killed me even if I had full HP. What's hit 6-star Taras? Okay, cool. So yeah, she's not gonna make your team invincible, but she does make your champs very difficult to kill in comparison. What do we got going on here? Do we have any more crazy tanky teams? We'll do like a refresh or two more. And then we'll jump over to the live arena content so you can see her over there. Now, and there was a nice right here. I want to hit this nice. Yeah, if you see nice in the arena, you gotta go ahead and hit them. Basically a requirement. So she does do well versus him, which is always something I'm in search of, is a champion to do well versus nice. Let's see if she can do good against the... Okay, well, now she definitely can. So she killed him with one hit. The next hit kills him when he switches the form, and then we swipe everything. So yeah, overkill and then some. And then finish out this. Boom. We're good to go. Now, of course, things like Chimera and Hydra, she's going to do great in as well. I'll just jump in here. Hydra. We'll go hard Hydra. We'll try this team right here. Let's go ahead and let's just compare her damage if Taras is built. He is built, actually. Let's see what her damage is compared to Taras. There's no increased defense on the team, though. So let's put Sifia in place. Sifia gives just as many buffs as Duchess does, so Taras is in just as good of a position. I'm going to say Taras probably does more. 307 million damage. Very nice, Taras. Harima's not built for this, but let's see, out of curiosity, what she does do. We'll set this to number 1, and this to number 2. 15 crit damage, and like I said, pretty sure Taras will be doing more damage because his A3 hits a lot harder, but maybe not. I mean, he did do more. He is in Merciless as well, which does add a decent chunk of damage to him. So like if you look at Taras here, he's in 6-piece Merciless with some crit damage stuff. Either way, she is putting up some big numbers. And of course, with Mikage, she can do some really good numbers in Chimera as well. She brings that decreased attack for you, the AoE provoke. I don't think this is a video where I have to tell you Harima's a very good champion. Let's jump over to Live Arena and take this Harima for a spin. I'm hoping to go against somebody who I can actually pick Sify against. I don't typically use Sify because I'm not a huge fan of the Supersonic, the Temporal Chains, all that kind of Queen of Hearts, all that kind of stuff that counters her pretty well. But with Harima, I really want that increased defense champion. So I will in fact be bringing in Sify. Now he first picked Armand's, which is not really conducive to my plans, but we'll make it work. We're going to go these two champions. I will be picking Harima and Sify very soon. But recently, I was trying to do this video, and people just kept picking Sify against me before I even picked Harima. So I'm going to go ahead and snipe the Sify. We got our 2 damage dealers, 2 force damage dealers at that. So if this player is relying on Magic Affinity champions to do his damage, well, it's going to be bad news for him. I don't know his name, but yeah, it's not going to be so good. 9,600 points. Marius plus, okay, so neither one of them are Magic Affinity. We have PvE champions like crazy. Some Cruelty plus Crushing Rend. Very PvE focused. Crixia can lock them all out. Looking pretty good in that aspect. Let's go for a My booster is my fastest champion is my Armand, so it's not going to do a whole lot here. Let's go Siegfried just for the heck of it. We'll keep both the damage dealers, get rid of their Armands. They just have a booster now. I have no Siphi. Where's my Siphi? All right, 35% HP. Make the Harima even more of a tanky monster. And she does, of course, have Polymorph on her. I may change that depending on how much I get sheeped with her because of all the Wand of Submissions, all the kind of shenanigans. But we'll see. Go ahead and cut in that Supersonic. It gets you. It will get you. He may not have been speed tuned, but my Crixia does have some fast supersonic gear. Switching, going for the stun or the strip. The strip's the only thing that would make sense, I believe. The Garrel, of course, can just swap forms and lock me out, but we'll see if that's what happens. If only we could send that back. Okay, Garrel could switch forms and... Did I say lock me out? No. Switch forms and smack me. But not the Harima, and not even the Siegfried. She did not have increased attack, though. Trying everything they can to get that Siegfried to pop his passive. Just not happening. Full onslaught from the enemy team. Not even able to break the attack-based champion. There, you didn't get to see any of Harima's damage, but she saved. I don't know if Siegfried got weak hit. He probably did. I would like to think he did get a weak hit. But it was made extra weak because of Harima being there, reducing that defense ignore. But Garrel, she can smack pretty hard, especially against, Force Affinity champions. She's a good champion, not very popular in the arena, but she is a good champion. If you have her, good to use her against lockout teams because she's going to switch forms anyways, right? So having mythical champions who have a good second form is very strong against Crixias, against Warlords, Fabians even, Commodus, Embries, Gizmak, champions like that, very strong. Let's go these two, just first pick. Get Harima up higher in the team order. Get that polymorph activation a little bit earlier. Potential polymorph activation, that is. Enemy shoes in. All right, well, if you're going to do that, then I guess I'm going to do this. Now, it's only going to really counter his one champion. He may go for some, just ban the Siphi. So I kind of want a revive champion. My Lazarius is a little bit too slow to be a good revive champion. Maybe I just ban the shoes in and go for a different plan, a different course of action. Let's go for this course of action, I think. Marius is kind of naked at the moment. My Lazarius, I do want to get him built up and online. He's good when built properly in specific teams. He's not going to be a monster like, a lot of the mythical champions that I use. Not Galathir, not Commodus level, but he is very useful. All right, so if he bans the Siphi, I got a big issue with the whole Commodus thing. He's going to ban the Siphi. There's no doubt about that. But I got a little surprise for him. My Armands is pretty fast. He does have sheep, though. The sheep may get me. That dirty polymorph. Even with Wand of Submission like crazy. I got a lot of Wand of Submissions on my teams now. Armands has one. Harima does not have one. Queen of Hearts has one. Hers isn't very high level, though. Hopefully don't get anything reflected back to me. Of course, they're full of Wand of Submissions as well. Always one lurking around. Let's go ahead and go for the kill on the shoes in. Boom, we got her. No increased defense either. We got the turn meter boost massive because of the cycle of revenge or something, the mastery. Let's see what this does. Does it kill Armands? It doesn't kill Armands, and he gets sheeped from the Harima. Oh, because of the weapon relic thing that he has, the big hammer. His hammer came back to hurt him, basically. And now we're going to, I guess, do the old swap here. Galathir can, of course, do the res. We're going to try to kill him. Nah, not quite, but Queen of Hearts may cut in and save the day. Just kidding. She's not fast enough to do so. Not sure why. She's pretty fast, but... Okay, now we can go in here and maybe kill this dude. I don't know. It's going to be some big hits. Boom, boom. He's not quite pulling it off. Yo, Embries, you're a little bit short there on that damage. It's all right, though. We have... Oh, he's not even going for the res. Interesting. All right, so we'll just try to sheep her. Nope. Resisted. Unfortunate. But when he comes back, we'll just go ahead and do the A2. I would love to get some more hits from Harima. Oh, he's getting a turn here. Perfect timing for Embries. just go ahead and mess them up, basically. Not much I can do there, honestly. All right. Lock her out, possibly. Embreeze, do your thing, dude. Boom. Does not kill the Marichka, unfortunately, but does get him. If he swaps, Necrosis is going to kill him. Smart dude. Now, can I just A1 this Marius? 80k, 30k. A little bit too high of hopes there. You'll see her probably hit that 80k number here fairly soon, though. It's probably very obvious what I'm trying to do here with getting the Embreeze to hit him, kill him like that. All right, well, let's go for an HP swap just to get some more defense ignore. There we go. Now he's down. We'll go ahead and just do an A1. I don't really need to kill her. A1 won't kill her. I need to have these champions ready for some other abilities once everybody comes back. So we'll just use Embreeze to kill him. And then Marichka will be there ready to roll. All right. Boom. And then Harima to finish it off. Maybe she gets a turn. Who knows? Maybe she doesn't. We are quite safe, though. Boom, boom. Would have been 60,000 plus damage. Plenty of sustainability, survivability from Harima there. The polymorph added the extra touch on the top with the... What is it called? Stormcaller? Is that what it's called? The relic that places a stun whenever you get so many stacks of it. Yeah, that kind of hurt him. I've actually heard that's been messing up a lot of players. Either getting it reflected from Wand of Submission or getting the sheep activated. Used to, it wasn't able to activate, or it was no problem. Like, it just did the stun. It was fine. It was very strong then. But now it has a chance to just send it back or just get sheeped. In that case, I think he got both of them because his other hits were not very strong. And it was a +2 6-star Marius. The Harima just more or less helped tank that thing. Let's go for these two champions just so I can get the showcase done because people like to pick Siphi. They really like to pick Siphi. May not be able to go Embreeze here because of the Odin pick. I don't want to be shut down by block damage. So consistent. I got a strip champion, though, I guess, in Armand, so I can get rid of the block damage. Of course, Rodos is a monster with Siphi. He's a great champion there. Is he built, though? With all this free gear removal stuff, you never truly know if your champions are built. I don't. I move my gear around a lot, which helps out a lot of time saving. But then sometimes I forget which champions I may be using in PvP. I usually just sort by the arena stuff and check them, but I forgot to check Rodos. So let me see. While he's doing his picks, let me go check my Rodos. Oh, he's looking... No, he's not looking built. The heck? He's not built at all. He's the furthest thing from being built, actually. He's a one piece of gear on him. Check that out. Naked Boy Rodos. Yeah, we're not using him. All right, now we'll go Crixia. Why not? And then we'll go Embreeze, I guess. All right, so yeah, good strips, good options. Bada bing, bada boom. I could have gone Commodus or Hegemon. Both of them would have been great options instead of Embreeze. Didn't really need Crixia here. Kind of overlaps with Armand's control and lockout anyways, but we'll see. He's going to win the speed race. I'm basically certain of that. Typically, I might shut down the damage dealer. Just let him have one damage dealer versus Harima. But if he picks another one, I might just leave it here so we can actually see some Harima action with her damage reduction, essentially. It's actually a good one to have because he is not going to do much versus this team. We'll get rid of the Odin. Harima is Siegfried's worst nightmare. That's just how that is. Just how that is. So if the Siegfried breaks through, I'll be very impressed. But with a very tanky Siphi, not a very tanky Crixia, fairly tanky Crixia. Tanky Harima, tanky Embreeze. Yeah, Siegfried's going to have a very hard time. Of course, going to lock me out. It's not a problem for Crixia, though. She'll just switch forms and fix that problem. Or I can just lock them out. Either one. I actually happen to know that lockout for their team is much worse than lockout for my team, so I'll go ahead and lock them out. And then we'll just sleep, I don't know, the Arbiter, because I want Wand of Submission sent back to myself. I want to see his damage. It's nothing. And then we'll see the damage from Siegfried, possibly, the A1 ability. I mean, both good crits, 30, 32. Let's see what my damage is for. We'll see if we can just pop that open. Yeah, there we go. Decreased attack as well. Oh, that feels bad for him for sure. Let's see what the Marius is for. There we go. Not too much. We could make him switch forms for sure, but you know what? Let's just try to just take down the Marius. Could I do that? Boom! Embreeze with the crazy damage. A1 just obliterates him. So now we'll just switch here. We'll reset some cooldowns. Surprised he's not got his turn yet, actually. There we go. He's going to happen. Well, it's not going to happen now. I could sleep him. Let's get some increased defense. He has decreased attack. Does have increased attack as well. But we have increased defense. We have defense ignore reduction. That hit for 56,000 damage. That is not Siegfried's damage. Like, Siegfried does way more damage than that. So to only see that much is crazy. 157,000 from the Harima. That is insanity. I'm obviously not killing them all because I want Siegfried to... I don't want him to switch forms yet. May have to block revive someone else in a minute. We'll see. We'll just go ahead and sleep him. So then if he switches, when he switches forms, he won't be able to do the res just yet. 127,000. Does he cleanse when he switches forms? I forgot about that one. That's a little bit unfortunate. Definitely a little bit unfortunate. Oh, is he... What is this, a support Siegfried? He got him set up to have extra turns when he switches form. It takes an extra turn. The, what is it, the Infernal, not Polytope, maybe? I don't know. The Cube, something like that on the Siegfried. Popping up with a few extra turns there, buddy. All right, well, I do happen to know that Siegfried's not going to do a whole lot here. His A1 is good, but his A3 is much stronger in that other form. We'll go ahead and give him an increase or decrease attack, possibly. Nope, went to Yumiko because of the whole Hex thing. All right. She may be able to lock me out again. Not just yet. Close. Gets a little bit of heals from Siphi. Does this extend my buffs or is it decrease theirs? I forget what her A1 does in her second form. All right, now Harima can come out and show what's up. Boom. That was going to be well over 100,000 damage. Dang, she's hitting very hard. Oh, I need to build my Rotos. I need to throw some gear back on him. There's been a few times where he'd be perfect. Because, I mean, Siphi works great with Harima. Maybe I go back to using my Siphi. But Siphi works great with Harima, of course. And she pairs great with Rotos. And it happens that Rotos, or Harima's a good counter to Rotos. Rotos doesn't counter Harima, but they're cool to use together, I guess. Good single target. Okay. Go these two. Obviously, if I pick these two, they're not going to pick a Rotos. So I have basically a guarantee to get Rotos. They could go UDK, of course. Kind of messes me up. Herbeus. Got a few options here. I could go Crixia, which just so happens that he's a very, very annoying champion for Harima. So I do need to be mindful of that. Definitely need another damage dealer. Don't necessarily need a bomber. They don't have any lockout champions. Well, they do, actually, in Embreeze. Switching forms, annoying stuff. Only one reviver, though, so they'll kind of have to stay in that first one. Let's go Siegfried to balance out the affinity. So now if I went Embreeze, he's weak affinity to Carnage. Carnage does pretty good against Embreeze. Siegfried. We have a lot of numbers over here. A lot of math going on. +4, +4, +4, +3. A little bit crazy. We'll just look past that, okay? Look past that. He has a +1. Volcanos. Okay, well, I do not think we're going to have Volcanos against us. I think that's a terrible idea. 5-star Volcanos into Siphi. That's another thing. Nels and Volcanos are very, very dangerous against these teams. Now, this extra resistance isn't going to do that much. He has increased accuracy anyways. All the resistance aura is kind of unfortunate. Go the extra attack. Basically, he's going to boost. He's going to switch forms. He's going to try to strip me. He's not going to strip me. and then I'm going to be good to go. Or he's just going to lock me out. He's going to strip and lock out, actually. So, not the greatest situation here. This could be a tough fight. But I'm going to be relying on maybe a polymorph, actually. That could just save the day. Polymorph up first. Harima, do your thing. Show me why I have... Oh, okay. Well, no polymorph, unfortunately. I could lock him out. Yeah, definitely lock him out. There's no real other option. Because the Carnage's ability is the one I'm most scared of, blocking passives. I need to get my Siphi through. We're good to go. Next turn, we can do the reset and all that kind of stuff. Is he going to trigger my Siegfried? No, he doesn't. 6-star Marius at that with the weapon thing that I already know is going to be kind of interesting for him. Is it going to kill Crixia? It could. It could definitely kill Crixia. Oh, it does not kill Siphi, though. Pretty sweet. But we just get Crixia back. She is basically full turn meter anyways. She will could get stunned. There we go. Backs out. GG's, dude. That was a pretty good player, too. I think he has fairly good player power. But a 6-star Marius, that's awesome. Not that player. He was 14.4, so a little bit lower. Let's do 40 million. Cool. So it's cool to see. We didn't get to see any of Harima's damage, though, did I? I don't think I did at all. Let's do a few more. These are fun. These are fun to try out to see a little bit about Harima's damage, but also her damage mitigation. Because that Carnage, most times, he could have just kind of wiped my team out. Now, he wouldn't have killed Siegfried, and I probably would have just did the revive. But he would have most likely wiped everybody. Could have wiped everybody else. Ultimately, though, I think the Crixia kind of sealed the deal, her resisting that, which her resistance isn't as high as I would like it. Crixia, she's at, oh yeah, only 500 resistance, so I'm surprised the Galathier did not lock me out, honestly. It was probably 3%. Oh, this is a very interesting team, because this setup we're going against is actually one of the champions that I had originally built Harima to go against, and that is Nice. So we're going against a player who has a very strong PvP account. 5-star +1 Nice, 6-star +1 Galathier. Probably going to be some Nels and Volcanos popping up because that's what really counters Siphi. We have a Commodus and a Marichka. Commodus is basically threat number 1 at the moment. We're going to go these two, I guess. So right now, my biggest concern is the Commodus just bombing me. He's going to have a really fast Commodus. I have 2 fast champions here. I have no Speed Ore, though, if he bans the Armons. He's number 1 ban, with a Nell being probably a number 1 over him. Yeah, Nell will probably will have to be number 1 ban, because she's just so devastating versus Siphi. I bet there's a Nell coming. Ah, Gallius. Interesting. Okay. Probably going to ban the Harima. Oh, doesn't ban the Harima. Okay. We're going to take her for a little spin. Let's see how she does. Harima is the only damage dealer? I don't know what to expect, honestly. Maybe she does great. Maybe she does terrible. Hoping she survives well. And I really hope to be able to sheep some of these champions. Okay. Just throw a sheep of the Nice, I guess. Get everything removed. Excellent. Now, he's going for a lockout. Lockout and strip, actually. He's going to go before the... Reduce the turn meter a little bit. Get some protected block buffs on my champions. Didn't happen. Obviously, he's going to switch forms. Going to go for the strip, all that kind of good stuff. If I would have locked him out, it wouldn't have really mattered, because all that would have done is the Gallius wants to go in the second form. The Marichka is going to be cleansing, and it just wouldn't have done anything, basically. It does not strip the Harima, which is huge for me. Armons is protected as well. Oh, and we have Stone Skin protecting me at the moment. So unless it's... Oh, man, that's a lot tankier of a chicken than I expected. 6-star Lightning Cage. All right, well, we may be in for a little surprise, unless we can take his turn meter. We sure did. And then maybe lock him out? No, not quite. But now I could probably just reset everybody, actually. Let's switch forms and do the reset and cleanse. Buff up Harima here. Skip his turn. Oh, because of a cube. Man, I'm seeing a lot of cubes popping up today. That's kind of crazy. Very surprising for sure. Let's do another one of these. There we go. So I can definitely kill him. But I don't really know if I care that much to do it yet. I don't really want to kill him at the moment. I would love to just kill this Marichka. Let's see. Dang, it did so much damage. I was wondering if it actually would kill or make her swap or not, but it did. I was kind of worried about that one. So I can guarantee sleep him. That's the play. Now, of course, the chicken's about to do some big damage, potentially. I don't know. I mean, he can switch forms, and this is where Harima's defense ignore drop is really going to come into play. How much does she really absorb, or how much does she prevent? Because he can hit hard. I think he places decreased defense first, even through block debuffs, maybe? I don't know. Crazy damage there. Absolutely crazy damage. I'm probably not going to be able to... Let's try to pick up the Armons with a small chance of taking a turn. No turns for me, unfortunately, so we're just going to have to take the L there. But Harima did good as far as keeping us alive. Maybe I could have done something a little bit different. Maybe I could have sheeped the Gallius since he does a lot of damage. But I was curious as to how much damage he would actually do. Being Force Affinity, though, versus Magic from the Nice, he was the most threatening champion. So GG's to him. I really think she's probably the biggest threat. Because she can get through Harima easier than I like. Queen of Hearts will strip me, possibly. Maybe Sify just places her stuff up correctly and we're good to go. But yeah, the chicken, that's pretty crazy stuff. Big damage boost, good multiplier. This A2 ability can't be resisted, but it can be blocked. It's pretty cool stuff. Oh, no pinpoint. I was really thinking that he had pinpoint there. Oh, doesn't matter. I can buff up. I have a chance of just getting removed, but I also have a chance of protecting it, so. And my stone skin on my Harima maybe doesn't get removed anyways. It doesn't, so we're good. We'll just go for the chicken, I guess. See if we can... Oh, what is this? Aspect of Siroth? What kind of shenanigans are going on there? Oh, his passive. Nice. 640,000 damage is crazy stuff. Oh, Bomb Champion. Let's go Carnage this time. Carnage is a champion who I have not used during this showcase. He's a monster. However, the issue with Carnage plus Harima is that while she does reduce the defense ignoring, he is very squishy anyway. So may not do that much, actually. Not a huge deal there. And Cora's pretty annoying. The 6-star Marius is actually the biggest threat. But I'm going to get rid of Noelle. Actually, no, I'm going to get rid of Ancora. Because I have Sify here. He bans the Harima. He knew the defense ignore drop was going to be difficult to deal with. So Marius and Embrys would have a hard time killing me. However, Carnage is probably going to do enough damage to be okay. Sheep the Marius. I was really hoping to remove his stuff. I need to get rid of that. There we go. There we go. Block passives. Steal a little bit of turn meter, possibly. Champions are definitely very fast. Let's go for target on this. Boom. Boom. Spread a bunch of stuff. Obviously, I can do really whatever right now. We'll just reduce our turn meter. Marius, we're safe from. Do the old form swap. And then the A3. There we go. GG's. Niame and Carnage. Okay, well. The Niame's a fairly high ban target. I think I just go Hedgie and then ban the Niame. Because he kind of has to ban him or else I can nuke a lot of them down. If he doesn't ban him, then I have Armons who's got a good chance to be faster. Okay? So went with the Armand's ban. Is expecting my Hedgie to be pretty weak. Maybe he is, maybe he's not. I guess we're about to find out, right? I guess we're about to find out. Also, Embree's not super messed up by Fabian. The lockout is unfortunate, but not the end of the world. All right, let's go ahead and boost this, strip this, and then spam the A2. There we go. Marius, so much damage. Would have been, what was it? 120,000 plus from the A2 ability alone, let alone the A3. And then I'm not gonna go Embree's obviously because I can't. And then we'll go this. So now we got bomb options. We got 3 bomb counters, a fast champion, champion for damage. We'll just get rid of Volcanos, our biggest counter, and we'll go good. Pretty quick picks there, dude. Level 99 with a bunch of champions. I think he's a well lucky player. That's what we'll call him. Especially that 6-star blessing. Very nice, dude. Very nice. Let's go for the Carnage Poly. The 4-piece pin protection just doesn't really protect much. I mean, we get protected buffs every now and then. We got it this time on Armand, which is pretty sweet. Thankfully, Harima did not get stripped. Let's see if she just kills him. Oh, we did. Beautiful. And Carnage is back just in time to die. Very nice. Commodus, though, he's not going to be the biggest... I'm not the biggest fan of him whatsoever, actually. Really not a fan of him at all, to be honest, because he's going to kill me. He could kill... Oh, he got sheeped. Wait. Does my Harima have something in store for this Commodus? Oh, he does. She does. Kind of. That's one of submission, actually. One of my 20 ones of submission. One of the 20 wands that I have. Sent the stuff right back. Granted, Harima is strong affinity versus Commodus, so there is a chance that his stuff wasn't going to do anything anyways. Just get resisted. Then he leaves. He's like, forget this nonsense, dude. My Commodus bombs just fell flat. My Siphi also has a lot of HP, so there's a chance that they're not instantly detonated on her either. I could go Queen of Hearts, potentially for some of the buffs and stuff. Not really going to be the most ideal champion necessarily. Carnage does get bothered by lockouts. Siphi, of course, bothered by lockouts. Let's go Marichka, I guess. Yeah, that works out. Let's go her. She gives me some speed. I have another... Oh, I should have put her first and then Embree, so then I can have the polymorph higher up in the team order. It happens. She also has a plus 15 wand, though, so... If there's any control effects, she may just send them back. But these champions don't get as bothered from Crixia. If I get rid of the Galathir, then they have very limited options with the Commodus to counter him. And then hopefully Harima holds back their damage enough to... Oh, that's a really good pick there, though. Let's get rid of him, because he shuts down my passives on 2 champs. Too much value for him. Too much value. I can't be letting him have all of that. But shutting down passives on Harima, big deal. On Marichka, big deal. On Commodus, not as big of a deal. But yeah, 2 champs, very reliant on the passives. No can do. Could go the greedy play and lock her out. They're not going to take a turn before me anyways, though. Let's go for it. Boom. Okay, we got the sheep on her, but no stone skin removal, unfortunately. So at this point, we're just trying to let them... Could I just break his stone skin? I really want to try. You know what? Let's try it. Not quite. Not quite. I could have killed the Crixia, actually. That would have been the best thing to do. Okay, so we're in a little bit of a tough spot now. Siphi does have protected block debuffs on her, which is pretty cool, but I don't think it's really going to save me here. Let's see what Harima protects, though. Actually, she protected a ton, and he may die. Not quite, but actually very... Oh, wait. There's more. But wait, there's more. Get the stun off. Pretty cool stuff there. Could obviously just kill him. Do I really need to just kill him? No. Let's go for the Galathir here. Now, will he kill me? There's a chance that he could kill me. Those fears can get removed by Siphi, which is pretty sweet. Does he have a... Oh, he has a big, big, big blessing. Wow. Let's go for the sleep and not get wanded. We didn't get wanded? Oh, but we're about to die from her for sure. But her necrosis proc. Oh, she doesn't. But I gotta go this, right? Yeah, I gotta go the big heal. Oh, and the cleanse. We got them both. Both of them going. Let's go for a hit on the Crixia. And let's just go for a big swipe from the Harima. Let's go for the maybe a Terminator boost, because she can switch and remove his... actually, she can switch and remove his stuff, but he's not going to kill anybody. We already see that his damage wasn't quite high enough, and there's no revive potential on anybody. Lockout, that's not a huge deal here. We lock him out as well a little bit. Dang, she's popping up with all the extra turns. And then, boom, it'll damage my Harima quite a bit, actually. But not block revive or anything like that, which is huge. Try to sheep him or polymorph or stun. Do something to him. Locked out. Now we're just cycling turns, buddy. Cycling turns. There we go. Siphi would have kept him asleep basically the whole time anyways. With Harimo, guys, we went really solid victory. We lost once to Lamo here. Good account. Very strong account. It's actually quite close as well. She did a ton of damage to that Marichka. A lot more than I expected. So quick recap on her build. We are looking at, obviously, Stone Skin plus Savage. We have the following pieces. Triple speed. Some good rolls there. Good rolls here. This could be some defense rolls here. Would help out. We have some defense there. This attack could be defense, so it does have some potential improvements. This is a very, very, very strong chest plate. We have some defense boots with speed. So she's hitting 300 speed with defense percentage boots. That is quite wild. We have a banner that honestly has tons of room to grow. We have the necklace that could grow and the ring that could grow. So this, let's see. The best potential defense piece I have is actually that one I have on right now. Second best being a different one, but this one just has the most defense, has the most speed. It's just the best that I have. So getting some banners with defense is something I need to be on the lookout for. With speed as well. It's the thing. It's like I need it with defense and speed. This is a good one, but obviously it's pinpoint. I can't really fit that in this kit, this build. And I really value speed a lot. So this could be improved without a doubt. Bump her up even more. Her total stats are 8,400 defense, 301 speed, good crit damage, good defense. HP is looking solid as well. We have Cat's Gaze at plus 15. Chance at extra turns when killing somebody. Pretty nice. Oh, no. Chance to reset a skill's cooldown if it kills an enemy. And then defense boosting from this, which I've considered actually swapping that gemstone over to bolster defense. If I pulled more of them, I would. Right now, it's on, I believe, Marichka. Or maybe Siphi. Yeah, it's on Siphi right now. So, ignore defense effects are 12% less effective against the wearer. That is one of the best PvP circular gemstones. Like, just throw it on a wand of submission, throw it on a champion who's tanky, and you're looking good. Of course, Siphi's build, in case you're curious, very tanky, and Stone Skin plus protection. Either way, guys, there you go. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoy that Harima showcase. Let me know if you're building your Harima, if you use her, how you like her, and do you run her with an increased defense champion? Thank you guys again, and I'll catch you all in the next one.